Hello dear students, today we are going to see lesson number 3, conflict resolutions, page number 23. So before we start this lesson, we should know the terms which is being used. Here we see conflict and the resolutions. Dear children, what does conflict means and the word resolutions? I have just written down some of the things in order to understand the conflict. It's like, what does the term this conflict really mean? So it is, conflict is a struggle or an oppositions. So what is it? It is a struggle or an oppositions, or we can say an open clash between two opposing groups or individuals. So it is what? It is an open clash between two opposing groups or individual. We can also say, in other words, it is actually an argument about something important. So what is it? It is an argument about something important. I hope the first one is understood. Let us now move on to the word resolutions. It means as you can see here, the resolution means the decision, solving or settling a problem. So what is the meaning of the resolutions? A decision and then solving or settling a problem. So it is a quality of being firm and determined. So just remember, this word, it also means it is a quality of what? Quality of being firm and determined. So remember all these things. So this is what we are going to see here in these lessons. So conflict may arise. There are quite many types of conflict that we are going to see. So conflict, all these oppositions will be there. But what is there? What do we have to take? We have to take resolutions. That means the decisions to solve or to bring an end to the problems or the conflicts that comes. So there our that is the way of approaching depends. So how do we look at those situations? Are we approaching them in a positive way? Are we seeing those problems or the conflicts that arise in a positive way, or are we just opposing in the sense are we reacting negatively? So that we have to see. And here in the page 23, there is a well-known quotation by Indira Gandhi. We will see that also, what is written here. So problems, difficulties and the conflicts that are there in life, but it depends on us. So what kind of resolutions or the decisions are we taking to change ourselves, to face those problems that arise? So you can't shake hands with a clenched fist. So this is what Indira Gandhi says. You can't shake hands with a clenched fist. As we begin here, page number 23, it says, we are asked to read a story. You might be well aware of the story of the ants and the grasshopper. So let us begin. What is there? The grasshopper in the story lazes around but ends up in a problem when winter arrives, as it did not collect and store food like the ants. So here we see the two characters, isn't it? The ants and the grasshopper. So the ants and one more is there, the grasshopper. So you see, grasshopper, the ant and the grasshopper ends without wasting much time, goes around and sees the places and he thinks of the future. The ant has a plan. He has a plan. He has seen the difficult times in his life. And so we see the ants are busy in collecting or gathering the food for the future. So that in times of difficulty, he doesn't have to move around from place to place in asking others to help him or her in some way or the other. But whereas okay, grasshopper, he lazes out, okay, he spends his time lazily, okay, making merry without okay being worried about the future, as if okay there is nothing in the future, and so he wasted the time, okay, the time which was what to say, the time which was meant for okay what to say, to do something for the future. Instead of okay doing or storing something for the future, he just went around okay wasting time. So the present was not made use well. The grasshopper did not make use of the present. He just wasted the time enjoying, isn't it, merrily, without thinking of the past, without thinking of the future. So when difficulty comes, when problem comes, he is nowhere. Maybe he is just outside, left by the others only to suffer, only to face the problems. And that's why here we see the grasshopper in the story can lazes around but ends up a problem. When winter comes, winter means the problems and the hardship comes, what happened? As it did not collect and store the fruit like the ants. Here the two characters, one is very cunning, isn't it? Cunning in the sense of thinking of the future. He has stored something, whereas the other one, the grasshopper, did not make use of the present to store the food for the future. And that's why the last stage in the sense, the problems or when the difficulties came, he was okay in no way like to accept to undergo the problems. Have you ever had a problem? Have you ever solved a problem? What do the words problems and solutions mean? So the problem and the solutions, what does it mean? Problems are there in everyone's life, but then solutions, okay, the solutions may or may not be there. It depends on us. Okay, whether we are trying to bring out any solutions to that problem or not, that depends on us only. Somebody, here you see, here's one way to understand a problem and the solutions. So how to understand the problem and the solutions? We can see that there are okay, 4 words that are being highlighted. Okay, somebody and wants. Then we have okay, this is want only, but and so. So it says is a way to understand a problem. So ways to understand problem. How can we understand? There are 4 words okay, which are highlighted here. You can also see somebody, want, and somebody, want, but, and so. Let's see the first one. Okay, what is it? Written over here. Somebody is a person who needs or wants something. So who is that somebody? Somebody is any person who wants or needs something. So problem comes there only. A person, okay, when he needs something, then she has to okay pay. And to pay, okay, you have to okay have something to pay. And how can you have something? Only when you do something. That means okay, you work. So let's see the first one. Somebody is a person who needs or wants something. Want is the thing that person wants or needs. So what is a want? It is something, okay, it is something which is needed by a person. It is something that is required, or it is okay need of a person. And but, what does but say? But is the problem. Here is a big but, okay, there is a problem. You need, okay, here somebody is alright, we are, okay, there is somebody who wants something. What is a want? Okay, we have seen, okay, want means something you need, but then, okay, to satisfy or to, okay, what to say, to meet all these wants that we have, okay, you need something, but there is, okay, something called but. What do you need? Here it says, okay, but is the problem that is blocking or getting in the way of what the person wants or needs. So, Persons are there, we all of us are there, isn't it? We need something or the other. But to get those things, okay, what are we to do it? We have to do something, and that depends on us. Okay, whether we are working hard for the future or not. Last one. So, what is the solution to the problem? And after that, okay, we have to find out. There is a problem, this but is there, but at the end, we have a solutions as well. So these solutions depend on us. So whether we are trying to solve that, okay, that problem that we have, are we okay trying to solve this or not? If we are doing so, then we can easily prosper in our life. That is what is given here at page number 23. We'll just move on to the other side, page number 24, where we have different kinds of conflict. That conflict, okay, once we have already talked about kinds of conflict. Kinds of conflicts. So what are the different kinds of conflicts that we have? Let us see the first one. What is the first kind of conflict? Person with self. Okay, person with self. Okay, we'll discuss in detail. Let me write only the points now. Persons with another person. So person with another person. Number 3, a person with nature. Person with nature. Number 4, we have, what is that? Persons with society. Person with society. Number 5th, we have what? Okay, only 4 we are going to talk about. So here you see, these are the 4 kinds of conflicts that usually we face. Persons with self. That means what? Persons with self. Let me tell you, okay, this is a type of conflict within a person. That means, okay, this problem is with us only. The conflict, okay, that goes on. Okay, the argument, okay, that we have, that is in us, not outside or not with other persons. For example, okay, let me tell you, here we have Mira's friends are calling her for watching a film. So Mira's friends, maybe there is a girl, okay, named Mira, and then her friends are calling her for watching a film, but she has to study for a test. And what is the contrast, what is the conflict that she has, that she has to prepare herself for the exams. So the conflict, the problem is with her only. And so to come out of it, she has to, okay, deal with, okay, how she is going to solve that, or how she is coming to, come to an end of that problem. So friend has come calling, okay, for what? Calling, or just inviting, or okay, inviting her for what? Inviting her to watch a film, but she remembers, okay, that she has a test maybe after 2 or 3 days. So what will she do? And that time, okay, the things, okay, which goes on, okay, if she is unable to take decisions, okay, whether to go or not, or to, okay, just prepare. So there, okay, that is known as the, what is that? The person with self. So that is the conflict, okay, when a person face. So that is about the first one. Let us move on to the second one, person with another person. This type of conflict is with another person. It is not with a person or within a person, but it is a what? It is a conflict with the other person. For example, Mira has an argument with her younger sister. So that girl, okay, I've already talked to you. So Mira, that girl, has a conflict or a problem with what? With the younger sister. So that is called the persons with another person. So a person is having a conflict with the other person. The first one we have having conflict within herself or within a person. Persons with nature. So in this type of conflict, what do we see? This is a type of conflict. Conflict is with weather, animals. Okay, let me write, okay, weather, maybe animals, land, or something that a person cannot control. So something that we cannot control. So whatever is happening, okay, all this is all natural, isn't it? So there is no control over the nature. We don't have any control. And so also you see the weather. We cannot control this weather. We don't have control over the land or animals or something that a person cannot control. So remember, this is such a type of conflict that a person has no control over it. For example, for example, we can see when you have fever or when you cannot go to school because your house gets flooded with rainwater. So you see, you are unable to go because of something which is taking place. Maybe you are terribly sick, you can't attend the school. Maybe you can say you cannot go to school just because what? Just because your house gets flooded with the rainwater. So there are some problems. It is the problems, the conflict is not caused by a person, but it is caused by the nature. So this type of conflict is known as what? The persons with nature. Next one, persons with society. There we see this type of conflict is a problem that a person has with the law or a group of people. So person with a person, or this type of conflict is what? A person has a problem with what? The problem with or conflict with the law or group of people. For example, your bus driver does not stop at a red signal because he is running late to reach the school in the morning. So it happens when you are so hurry, maybe the bus is already late, and so the driver does not follow any the signals that are being given. So these are a type of conflict that I have already discussed with you. You must remember all these different kinds of conflicts: persons with self, the persons with another persons, and persons with nature, persons with the society. And we can see here the conflict which I have written. The first one, persons with self, is what kind of conflict it is? It is known as, the first one is known as the inner conflict. So the first one is an example of inner conflict, because the person has conflict within a person only. And 2, 3, 4, these are examples of the external. These are all external conflict. So dear children, I'll be talking to you about this internal and external conflicts in the next video. If you have any kind of doubts, maybe we'll try to clarify all the doubts in the next class. Thank you so much.